Dear student, welcome to College Sala. Today I am going to discuss corporate accounting and today's topic is valuation of goodwill. It is a very important topic of your syllabus. Now at first you have to know what is meant by the term goodwill. Goodwill is nothing but the reputation of the existing business built up over years by maintaining and improving the quality of its goods and services. Alternatively, we can say that goodwill is the competitive advantage of existing business enjoyed over enjoyed over newly engaged business in the same market. Now, what are the important characteristics of goodwill? At first, number one, goodwill is an intangible asset. Number two, goodwill is intangible but it is a real asset. Number three, it cannot be separated from the business like a physical asset can. Number four, its value is subject to wide fluctuation. Different internal and external reasons contributes to the such fluctuation. Number five, it is the most permanent assets of a firm. It can be realized only when the business is in the position of liquidation. And lastly, the valuation of goodwill is a very difficult process. Now, what are the different types of goodwill? There are basically two types of goodwill. Number one, purchased goodwill, and number two, inherent goodwill, that is non-purchased goodwill. Now at first we have to know what is purchased goodwill. Purchased goodwill arises when one business buys another business at a purchase consideration. When the purchase consideration is more than the fair value of assets transferred, then the difference between the purchase consideration and net fair value transferred is considered as purchased goodwill. Factors like market domains, economic of scale, fiscal advantage contributes towards the value of purchased goodwill. Now these are the important features of purchased goodwill. That is number one, it arises on an acquisition process. It is determined by the purchase transaction. Price paid for goodwill depends upon purchaser's expectation of future profit. It is recognized in the financial statement. Now, what is inherent goodwill? You have to know. It is the goodwill built up over years and generated internally by a business. Its value is depends on subjective judgment of the valuer. Factors like superior management, sales policies, good public images contribute towards the development of this type of goodwill. What are the important features of the non-purchase goodwill? Number one, it is internally generated. Number two, its valuation depends on subjective judgment of the valuer. Number three, it is not demonstrated by a purchase consideration. Number four, it is never recognized in financial statement. It is most importantly. Only purchase goodwill is recognized in the financial statement. Okay. Now we have to know what are the different methods of goodwill valuation. Basically, there are four types of goodwill valuation method as per your syllabus. That is on the basis of average profit. Number two, on the basis of super profit. Number three, capitalization of profit. And number four is annuity method. Now, at first, I am going to discuss with you the average profit method. Step 1, calculation of average maintainable profit by using the given formula. Average annual profit, averaging either in simple average or weighted average. Next, you have to subtract some non-operating income and add it back some non-operating expenses and abnormal loss. Then you get the average maintainable profit. Step 2, agreed number of year purchased, which is always given in your problem. Step 3, valuation of goodwill. It is nothing but the multiplication of step 1 and step 2. That is average maintainable profit into number of year purchase. Now I am going to take an illustration. Illustration number 1. A Limited agreed to purchase business of a sole trader for the purpose of goodwill. For that purpose, goodwill is to be valued 3 years purchase of average profit of last 5 years. Here last 5 years, that is 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. The average profit is given. At first you have to take the average. You have to make the average by applying simple average method. At first you have to adding these 5 years profit and divided by 5 years, and the average maintainable profit is 43,400. Here agreed number of year purchase is given 3 years, hence the valuation of goodwill is step 1 into step 2, that is average maintainable profit into number of year purchase, that is 43,400 into 3 years, that is 1,30,200. Now I am going to consider second method, that is capitalization of average profit method. The step 1 and step 2 are same as average profit method, that is determination or calculation of average maintainable profit, and step 2 is normal rate of return, which is given in the problem. Step 3 is valuation goodwill, which formula is average maintainable profit divided by normal rate of return, that is average maintainable profit into number of year purchase. Now I am going to take another illustration. From the following information, compute the value of goodwill as per the capitalization of average profit method. Normal rate of return is 10%. Net profit before tax is given 2020, 19, 18, 17, 16, 5 years, and tax rate is 30%. Non-trading income of rupees 10,000 and debenture interest, that it is nothing but the non-trading expenses, is 20,000 on an average included in the statement of profit and loss. Now step 1, calculation of average maintainable profit. Average annual profit after tax applying simple average method is 2,75,000 plus 3 lakh plus 2,60,000 plus 2,80,000 plus 2,20,000 divided by 5, and the average simple average annual profit is 2,67,000. Now you have to less the non-operating income, that is 10,000, and you have to add the non-operating expenses, that is debenture interest, which is nothing but the 20,000. Then average annual profit before tax is 2,77,000. Then you have to subtract tax at the rate 30%, that is tax liability is 83,100. Then your average maintainable profit after tax is 1,93,000. Step 2, normal rate of return of the particular industry is 10%, which is given in the problem in point number 1. Now step 3, valuation of goodwill is nothing but the average maintainable profit divided by normal rate of return, that is 1,93,000 divided by 10%, that is 19,30,000. It is the answer. Now I am going to proceed the next method of goodwill valuation, that is valuation of goodwill on the basis of super profit. Now at first you have to know what is meant by normal profit, then what is the definition of capital employed, then you have to know the definition of super profit. Number 1, what is meant by normal profit? It is the profit that is earned by similar firm in the industry to which the organization belongs. Mathematically, normal profit equal to capital employed into normal rate of return. Next, you have to know what is the definition of capital employed. It is the amount of capital that has been invested in the organization. Now, it is the formula of average capital employed, that is, it is used for the purpose of goodwill valuation is considered as trading capital employed. Here the trading capital employed under asset approach is non-current asset in revalued figure, which excluding non-trading investment, non-operating assets, fictitious asset, but including purchased goodwill. Inherent goodwill is excluded, profit and loss account debit balance is excluded, preliminary expenses is excluded, but purchased goodwill is included here. Okay. At current values, current assets at revalued figure, excluding non-trade investment, less current liabilities, then you get the trading capital employed. The alternative formula of trading capital employed under equity and liability approach. Here the trading capital employed is equal to share capital, that is equity share plus preference share, at reserve and surplus, at profit on revaluation if any, or loss on revaluation if any. Okay. Now you have to make the average capital employed. It is determined by the averaging of opening and closing capital employed. Okay. Now what is the formula of current trading profit after tax? It is profit before tax add interest on long term borrowing less interest on non-trade investment, then you get the current year's trading profit. It is used to determine the average capital employed is opening or closing capital employed is not given in the problem. Okay. Now I am following steps should be followed for the purpose of goodwill valuation. Now you have to know what is the definition of super profit. It is the excess of actual profit over normal profit of a firm. Now what is the formula of to determine the simple super profit? The average maintainable profit after tax less remuneration from alternative employment less normal rate of return, then you get the super profit. Here step 1 is calculation of super profit, calculation of average capital employed. Step 2, identification of normal rate of return applicable for the organization. It is given in the problem. Step 3, calculation of super profit. Step 4, agreed number of year purchase which is given in the problem. And step 5 is valuation of goodwill, that is step 3 into step 4, that is super profit into number of year purchase. Now I am going to take an illustration here. From the following particulars available in respect of the business carried by Mr. Z, here capital employed is 50,000. 4 years profit or loss is given. 2017 12,200, 2018 15,000, 2019 2,000 loss, and 2020 21,000. Market rate of investment, interest on investment is 8%. Rate of return on capital invested in business is 2%. Number 4, remuneration from alternative employment of the proprietors if not engaged in the business is rupees 3,600 per year or per annum. You are required to compute the value of goodwill on the basis of 3-year purchase of super profit of the business calculated on the basis of average profit of last 4 years. Step 1, capital employed of rupees 50,000 is given. Next, you have to determine the normal rate of return. Here market rate of interest on investment is 8% and rate of return on capital invested is 2%. That is, your normal rate of return is 10%. Now you have to determine the simple you have to determine the super profit. Here the formula is profit after tax by applying simple average. Average profit after tax is 11,550 less remuneration from alternative employment is 3,600. It is the average trading profit is 7,950. Normal profit on capital employed is 10% of capital employed, as capital employed is 50,000. So your normal profit is 5,000. Your super profit is 2,950. And your capital valuation of goodwill, that is the goodwill is, as it is mentioned, your problem is the goodwill is 3-year purchase of super profit, as your super profit is 2,950 and 3-year purchase of super profit, you have to multiply with 3 years, that is your value of goodwill is 8,850. Thank you. That is for all for today.